It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
All right, here we go. Welcome to your Tuesday KVJ Show. Good morning. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing here today?
Oh, we're doing pretty good.
Okay,
We're getting it.
Trying to shake the rust off this old chassis.
That's what you call it these days? Your old chassis?
There's a lot of rust on this thing.
Okay.
She got left out in the yard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Been sitting out in that South Florida rain for a while. Yeah.
It's very damp out there.
Still doing our thing, but very rusty.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll shake the rust off. You want to jump in here today. We got a lot of great things that are going on. If you're not up on this, KVJ is going to be doubling up your paycheck. It is coming back. And the cool thing about this, we're actually doubling the amount of times we're going to be doubling your paycheck. So now we're going to
Double the double?
Double the double.
Wow.
So now we're going to be doubling our play times, playing every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every hour. You can start winning on March 22nd, but you might want to sign up right now. Just go to kvjshow.com, put your name in before you forget to double up your paycheck. And what would be one paycheck will be two coming up soon.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
I don't know about y'all. I love a great pep talk. Some
Okay.
people don't. Some people hate it. I had some baseball coaches that were kind of cold, a little robotic. I didn't respond to them, but the rah-rah guys, I did. And I think this is a cool thing that these West Side Elementary students are doing out there in California. They're putting together a hotline featuring children spreading positivity in different ways. So you call them if you're feeling down and out. There's a clip over there, Kev, that kind of explains it all a little bit better. It's the kindergartner offers up a setup hotline.
Welcome to Pep Talk, a public art project by Westside School. If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1. If you need words of encouragement and life advice, press 2. If you need a pep talk from kindergartners, press 3. If you need to hear kids laughing with delight, press 4.
Kids laughing with delight.
I love it. I know positivity really rubs some people the wrong way. Pep talks, some people hate pep talks, but I think that's such a cool idea. I was thinking a little KVJ pep talk line.
Okay.
You're feeling down and out. Boom. You get a bird, a little inspirational, little quote.
I love it.
Boom. Denny says something positive. It peps you up a little bit.
Okay.
You get some Ralston wisdom.
Yeah.
You get a little Vicious V sass.
Yes.
I think that would be such a fun idea.
Like I can pump up the girls, you can pump up the dudes.
But look, I'm not trying to divide anybody here. You're the one that wants the gender war. I want to bring everyone together.
Well, I only want to pump up the girls.
I want to pump up anybody who's down and out. We all need a little bit of sweetness in our life. We all need a hug. Let me just tell you all that.
I'm hearing you.
I feel that the world needs a hug.
Yeah.
So this could be a fun idea, and I think we could do that. I know we've done hotline type of things before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know we've had things. I don't know if we've had anything where it plays audio. I know we've had where you can call and leave us message.
Yeah, I'll talk to Sweet Denny's. At least the idea is there. When there's an idea, there is hope.
Okay.
We'll funnel it through the chain of management. It won't get done.
Well, this will be the only time we ever talk about it, but we'll always have this moment.
Look, your heart was in the right place.
Yes.
I think it's good.
I think it'd be so fun.
Yeah, I would actually like to check out that kindergartner's hotline. I'd like what is the one part about the kids just laughing?
Kids laughing with
Gleefully?
delight.
Yeah, kids laughing with delight.
That sounds great.
So if you hit, button 5, you just hear the KVJ show laughing. Have a good day.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, today I'm going to the girl doctor.
Okay.
The Gynosaurus.
Fun.
The Gynosaurus, yep, going
Fun.
today. And it's so funny, like on a day that I know I'm going, because some days I forget. And then I look at my calendar and I'm like, oh no, she's not ready.
Oh, boy.
But today,
She's not ready.
she's not ready.
Okay.
But today, I woke up knowing I have to go. I have to go earlier than I normally go. And I did all the preparations. And it kind of reminded me of like prepping a showpiece for the Barrett Jackson car show. You got to make sure it's like waxed. You got to make sure it's all clean. You got to make sure it's all like shaven in the places you want it shaven.
Well, I'm sure Dr. Thornton would appreciate that.
So, yeah, my showpiece is armoralled and ready.
Okay.
Game ready, as they say in the biz.
Let's go.
Okay. All
I
right.
think it's pristine.
Yeah.
It's gleaming. Well, they do. They take a light, just like at the Barrett Jackson Auto Show, and they put a spotlight on that thing. And
Really?
so,
Okay.
yeah,
It's like on the stage.
when the doctor goes in to inspect, she's got this giant light.
It's pretty intimidating. I remember when I went to the dermatologist just to get an overall just look at
Body
the body.
check.
They'll put the spotlight on your private parts and really inspect. And when they did it to me, it was the doctor and then two younger, attractive women.
That is not cool.
And I was uncomfortable is not even the words, Virginia. To the point where it scarred me. I may never go to a doctor again.
You only need to go to old men.
It was he was an old man, and I
But then
thought
he had two young assistants.
did not see him like ninjas. They come out of the back, and I couldn't believe it. I go, this is gonna suck, and it did.
That's trickery.
It was awful.
Well, this is an interesting way to get better sleep. Ice down your tatas.
What?
That is according to a motivational doc on TikTok. Now, do you believe these TikTok docs? I don't know if you should, but he's saying that what you need to do is put something cold on the torso. It'll help to activate the vagus nerve, which helps you calm down. All you have to do is just take like an ice pack and put it on your chest, and apparently it will de-stress your body and send you right off to sleep. Here's the motivational TikTok doc.
I'd like you to know that by putting something cold on your upper torso will help activate the vagus nerve. This helps calm you down. So take an ice pack, put it on the chest. This will de-stress your body and send you off to sleep.
Wow.
I mean, I'd try it.
So you ice down your tatas and you'll sleep better.
I don't hate it.
I'd never heard of that. So I don't know if anybody else has ever heard of that.
Do your jugs run hot?
Yeah, I guess that's what you need to do.
I've never really taken count of my heat coming off my boobs.
I like something pressed down on me, so it kind of.
You would do well with a thunder shirt.
I would do great with a thunder shirt. You're right. I gotta get on that.
Yeah, okay. Well, there
Let's
you go.
chill your thunder shirt and see how it goes.
We all should try that tonight.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Just put like an ice pack right on your chest there, the vagus nerve, and apparently you will be off to sleep.
Where is your vagus nerve?
It's on your chest.
Just
Right in
in
between
in the
your
middle,
breasts.
in between. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what they say about Vegas?
That's it. Well, if you're a parent, you know it is one of the hardest jobs you're ever going to have in your entire life. I mean, what do we do? And each kid winds up being different. Yesterday, we were talking about how to deal with a sassy teenager and what you do with that. And it was an interesting article that basically just said that as your kids start to hit their teenage years, they want to start asserting some of their own independence. And so they will challenge you, and that is normal. And so as a parent, maybe don't take it to heart so much when your kid gets a little bit lippy. Just try to, I guess, kind of, restructure how they ask their questions. Say, could you say that in a different way rather than the tone you're using? And let them know that you'll get more flies. What is it with
honey
than with
you will with
vinegar.
vinegar.
That's right. So if you can just change your tone a little bit on how you do things, there's nothing wrong with you wanting to challenge authority and maybe stretch the boundaries and, get a little bit of your own terms in on this and negotiate, because negotiating skills are really important for adults. And you start learning that in your adolescence, but you just got to learn how to negotiate so you don't tick off everybody around you.
Me and Panda have private talks about the children and how they speak, and we have to just keep reminding ourselves, don't take it personal. It's not them being mad at you. They're just trying to figure it out in their respective brains.
Sure, yeah.
Because the teenage brain is psycho, but so is the 6-year-old brain. So they're just trying to figure it out and navigate, and it's normal for them to act like douches. It is. It's normal.
And I think it's normal as a parent to take offense to it quickly and easily. I've got to sometimes kind of tell myself, because I grew up in that era where, and in a place too, where there was just no sassing and no back talk.
None. Back in the day, I mean, even in my house, you could get away with a little back talk, but you couldn't get to the point where you're being overly sassy. That wouldn't fly too well.
Yeah, we didn't take much, and I grew up in an era too, and where I grew up, it was just common that if you back talked your parents, they would lay the whooping on you, and there was nobody that would, you'd call the police and they'd be going, "How many times you hit him? Only 3?"
He deserves the 4th.
Right. So there wasn't nobody coming to your rescue.
Kids should be seen and not heard.
Yeah.
So would a fat Kevin get a little swat if he got sassy?
Oh yeah, my mom would work me over. Yeah, I mean, she would work me over.
She's still trying to kick his ass as an adult.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I grew up with that. It was like, yeah, if you had anything, whoosh, yeah, there was some physical action that was coming with that.
Has either one of you had your kid say something that was so cutting that it still stings you when you think about it, or does that not happen with your kids?
I mean, I think there's some things, because I think as a parent, too, there are things where you said, hey, I didn't have the right tone. I wasn't in the right headspace. I didn't handle that right. I think that's just natural as a parent. And that'll always replay in your head, and you'll hate that. And I have many instances with that. I've failed a gazillion times as a parent.
Well, just this week, Magnolia was all pissed off and bent. And she told me I was a bad mother and that she was going to go live with her dad. I said, there's the door, hooker, go.
Okay. See, there you go.
Guess what? Her ass didn't go.
So,
they're going to say things that are hurtful. You can't take it personal.
Yeah.
They're going through it.
Look, we all got our different styles.
That's right.
Apparently, we got a different style.
There's the door.
So we got this email here, and it has to do with what you do when your kid's unmotivated and punishments don't seem to work. The email to mail@kvjshow.com said, I heard you guys talking about parenting on the regular show, and I want to know your thoughts. We have a teenager who seems to have developed laziness, and it doesn't matter what we do. She doesn't like school, so she doesn't do homework, doesn't study for tests, and doesn't pay attention in class. I'm getting emails and phone calls from her teachers constantly. She's a freshman in high school, and we've done everything from taking her phone away, deleting social media, making her stay home instead of hanging out with friends, to the opposite end of the spectrum and offering incentives, dinners out, new things, etc. What are your thoughts on a kid who you feel like just doesn't care and no punishments or incentives seem to work?
You need to make sure something else isn't going on with them.
Yeah, I would make sure by taking them to a couple little therapy sessions.
Okay.
I just know, first of all, freshman year for some kids, that's a really big step. It was for me.
Yeah.
It's different, man. Especially if you kind of, my elementary was pretty basic, and then once you get into middle school, you start changing classes, and it's a lot. High school is a big deal for a lot of people. Some depression can develop, some anxiety, and people are afraid to talk about that. They're embarrassed, and then it can manifest into laziness.
Totally. Or something weird could have happened too that this kid is like coping with and kind of shutting down. If you see a big change in your kid and how they act,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no shame. Me and Mags tonight are going to a therapy session. There's no shame in doing that and saying that. It's okay to make sure that your head is on straight.
Well, it seems as if there was a change in pattern there, and that would be the most alarming. All of a sudden, your kid just randomly becomes lazy. Something might have happened.
Yeah, and it may not be that the kid randomly became lazy. The kid just might be lethargic and kind of lazy.
And that could happen too. I would explore to see if there's anything personally going on, and if there's not.
And if that's not, I think the other thing for some parents and people you got to realize too, I think it's tough for parents because you're so worried about your kid's future. If they're not doing this by a certain age, they're going to grow up to be a complete loser and living under a bridge and panhandling for money. And that's the greatest parental fear, or even worse. Who knows what they get into.
Right.
But I think one thing, too, is you do have to realize that people peak at different ages and do different things at different ages. And a lot of times you look at very successful people that probably were the same as what your kid is. Lethargic, really not excelling at school, and then somewhere along the way, it clicks. And they wind up finding their place in their groove and their place in the world. And they become successful adults. They make the money that you hope. They live the kind of lives that you would want them to lead. It just may not happen when they're a freshman in high school. And I think that's tough for parents sometimes to see their kids doing that because you feel the responsibility that you need to be pushing them and getting them doing the right things at the right time. And you know yourself, man, I wish I were focused and locked in when I was a freshman in high school, what I could have accomplished in my life. And you say that to yourself, and then you place that on your kids. I was kind of a lazy freshman too. And I told my mom, I said, oh, it's going to be okay. I'll find my own way. And my mom was worried. I didn't put a lot of motivation into it. I was more worried about trying to figure out how to be social and have friends.
Get some chicks.
And, get chicks and be the cool kid. That really was my whole focus in high school.
Freshman year, all it was about Virginia was playing baseball and chasing Lisa. That was it. That's all I cared about.
Did Lisa run faster?
She did, and I ended up landing Allison. So.
So what do you do when your kid is unmotivated and punishments just don't seem to work? A couple texts we got for some feedback here. One text says, parents, you have to pick a punishment and stick with it. Like not a week or 2 weeks. You do it until you see changes. And there may be some parents out there who say, we've done that. We've stuck with it, and it doesn't seem like that's affecting the kid. We've taken away their phone for a year. And they still are not doing what we want them to do. So
I'd like to see that though, because that person who texts in is right. I took away my kid's iPhone for an hour, and I didn't see the change yet.
Mm-hmm. Also, on that point about the therapy, schools do have psychologists. You can refer to the guidance counselor, and they can have a psychologist speak to the child, because I know some parents are like, man, that therapy can get expensive.
Totally.
Yeah.
Try to go the free route first. Mm-hmm. And with your health insurance, I think you have a certain amount of free ones every year.
Yeah.
Mental health visits.
And I think you should run through all the tests. There's sometimes kids are dyslexic. Maybe they got ADHD or ADD, and it kind of throws them off a little bit, and they're trying to adjust to that. So that could be one of the things going on there. Somebody said, I had a freshman in high school who's having all the same symptoms, lazy, not caring about anything. Long story short, turned out that he had depression. I took medication to get them back on track. So before you rule that out, seeing the professional is always beneficial.
Seeing a professional is always beneficial. It's not affordable. It's not convenient. It's not the easy path, but bringing in a professional and making sure you're doing everything you can is the right way to handle it. When you can't get it solved on your own, of course you try to do it yourself first as a parent, but when you feel frustrated and you're not getting the results and you don't feel like your kid is achieving or living the way they should be, it's okay to get a professional involved.
Yeah, talk to your school. Again, see what the free options they have there, and maybe you can get them on the right path that way. Ever got a question you want to run it by the show? Mail at kvjshow.com. Got some random questions here for you. Do you remember all the way back to your school age, who was your first crush and how old were you?
Oh, Christina. She was from Hawaii.
Okay.
And she moved down here. And I can't believe they let us do this. During nap time, they would turn the lights out. Me and Christina would snuggle and hold hands and play with each other's hair.
Bow, chicka, bow,
And this
wow.
would go on, I swear, for 40 minutes.
Pre-K foreplay.
And I'm not gonna lie, it was awesome. I loved nap time. It was great. They gave us cookies. It was great.
Somebody sounds like they just want to go back.
Oh my gosh, kindergarten.
Does it get any better than that?
I kind of peaked in kindergarten. It was all downhill after that.
I wonder where Christina is today.
I would love to know that, because I don't think she stayed around at the school after that. And I was devastated.
Did she go back to Hawaii?
I can't remember, but yeah, she wasn't around, man. Wow, memories.
Yeah. I think, how old were you? It was kindergarten?
5 or 6, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think mine was, the first one I remember, I think it was Penny Sheets, 3rd grade.
Penny.
Yeah. I think that I made her a paper necklace.
Did Penny have a crush back on Fat Kevin?
Don't know that she did, yeah. I don't remember that being reciprocated, but I remember I had this big plan that I was going to try to have my mom set up a date where I was going to take her to Cacamacker Park and we're going to have a pizza together.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If she's going to turn you down,
that's-
Jay Bird would have gone with you.
That sadly never happened. Yeah. Little Bird and Fat Kevin should have been dating.
Oh, we would have been real good friends. Great friends.
Virginia, do you remember your first crush and how old were you?
Yeah, I think it was probably in like 5th grade. I don't think I had much use for boys when I was younger.
Imagine that. You even hated men back then.
I just wasn't feeling it when I was in the younger grades. But then right around 5th grade, 6th grade, I was like, hey, what's going on over there?
Okay, that's when young Virginia came alive, huh?
Yeah, that's when I had my first kiss, I think 5th grade.
Is that Stuart?
6th grade. No. Well, maybe Stuart was after. So it was a boy named Steven that was my first little kiss. And that happened like in a storm drain of a canal.
Okay.
And after the first kiss, I was like, great, I'm pregnant. I thought that's how it worked.
You really thought that?
I really thought it. I'm like, oh, how am I going to tell my parents?
How long did you worry until you're like, all right, cool, I'm not preggers?
I don't know. I mean, probably weeks and weeks. I don't know.
That little kid worry is rough, man.
My mom did not tell us about the birds and the bees because she thought if she didn't tell us, we wouldn't be out there in the streets making it happen.
So who taught you?
My friend's mom. A girlfriend of mine's mother. The same mother that taught me about tampons kind of told me about what's going on.
Wow, she gave you all the keys to life, huh?
Yeah, thank goodness I had this friend's mom.
So how old were you when you understood things?
Probably like 7th, 8th grade.
Okay.
And then, a lot of information comes from other kids, too. Older kids.
Oh, yeah. I learned some stuff that I was confused about. Something about cologne.
Oh, we had some real sluts in our neighborhood. They were quick to tell you how it went down.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Oh, yeah. There was this one girl down the street, very developed, Donna. Donna was quick to tell me how everything went down.
That's how there was a duo, Jason and John. It was another Jason in the class, and they were cool, and they were very adult, and they knew so much adult stuff.
Did they have older siblings?
They must have,
because Donna did, and I was like, damn, Donna, how you know all this?
They were always teaching me, they were always talking about this cologne thing that I can't even talk about on the air after the show podcast.
Okay, what is something you miss from your childhood? What is something that you miss from your childhood? I would say, honestly, for me, probably the biggest thing is just I was at an age and a place where I didn't think about food and the calories I ate. I thoroughly enjoyed eating. That is one thing, man. I miss all the desserts and just all the junk food I would eat. And there's a big part of me that, man, that was just a lot of fun. But, yeah, I miss that.
I used to do a thing with my brother where on Saturday mornings we would get all of my figures together and we would play pick. He would pick one, then I would pick one, and we would get our own battle together, and then we would go outside and make forts in the backyard for the figures, and if they would die in battle, we'd bury them. I miss that. Although we could still do that, it might look a little weird. Two grown men playing with figures in the backyard. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, he's dead, bury him.
To that point, though, Saturday mornings, Saturday morning is my favorite time of week. There's just something special about it. And I think it goes all the way back to my childhood. When I was a kid, you could only get cartoons on Saturday morning, and it was such a big deal.
It was.
That when you would watch that, you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever, was watching the Saturday morning cartoons.
You're right. You would wake up really early.
Yeah.
You had this little kid energy on a Saturday, and still to this day.
Enthusiasm, yeah.
My Saturdays, I find I have the most energy when I wake up. I want to attack, unless we do cocktails and karaoke on a Friday.
Yeah, not so much.
But yeah, I think it's from childhood. I'm very, let's go get the world by the tail on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Eating the sugary cereals.
I think that's where it all began.
Kids don't know how lucky they got it, being able to get any cartoon on demand anytime.
I don't know though. Was it more special for us because we looked forward to? We had to wait for it. I would argue that on demand takes away special.
It
takes
does.
away a lot of those initial cool wonderment.
It's like
feelings.
imagine if Christmas were every day.
Yeah, you lose the magic.
Mm-hmm. What was your favorite show as a teenager? Do you remember what you were watching as a teenager that you absolutely loved? What was the big show for you?
For me, Tales from the Crypt on HBO. With that skeleton, murder, madness, mayhem.
So it hasn't changed.
Tales from the Crypt. I still watch
Murder, mayhem, madness.
it. Y'all don't remember Tales from the Crypt?
We do. We just didn't
Yeah,
watch it.
I didn't. We didn't have the HBO.
Oh.
So yeah, that was the Devil Channel.
That was. I learned a lot from that.
Yeah, my mom was like, "There's no way we're getting that in our house."
One look at the Crypt Keeper, and Kevin's mom's like, "Oh hell no!"
My mom, she had a list of all the houses that had HBO. I remember it sitting up there.
That
she,
is
yeah, she tracked it, baby. She knew. She knew the Starners had HBO.
Oh, Virginia, it was nothing but, skeletons and boobs. That was it. That was all HBO had.
Yeah, so if I was heading to the Starners or Shorts, my mom was making a call. I'd be like, just so you know, he's not allowed to watch that Devil Channel.
She had an HBO chart.
Yeah. Do you remember as a teenager what you were watching, Virginia?
I loved Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay.
That was my favorite show. Loved it.
Okay.
I really had a thing for Bo and Luke. I think Luke more than Bo, but, on any given day, it could flip-flop.
Okay.
I also loved Facts of Life. I loved Silver Spoons.
Now, keep in mind, a lot of those are when you're a little kid.
Yeah.
You're not, we're talking like a 15, 16-year-old Virginia. You're not watching those Silver Spoons.
Oh, I was already in the streets.
You're right. She didn't want to watch no TV.
Well, at that age, it flipped from being home watching TV to party planning. Where's the next kegger?
Okay.
Me and my friends, it was artwork how we would party plan. And we took a lot of pride in it.
I think my favorite show when I was a teenager was on MTV. They had something called Headbangers Ball.
I remember that. My brother loved it, and I hated it.
Oh, yeah. If you don't like the hard rock, the hairband stuff.
The MTV spring break stuff that was on in the summer was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, MTV was the channel when I was a teenager.
Totally.
Do you remember a show called, it was a British show, and I think MTV
It's called The Young Ones.
Oh, I hated it, and my brother
I
loved
it.
Yeah,
I still had the VHS.
So does
of
my
it.
brother.
Yeah,
He loves
I
it.
loved that show. Yeah, I was watching a lot of MTV as a teenager. Well, if you've been watching any of the footage going on in the Ukraine, it's just really crazy to watch and see what's going on, especially when you're talking about all of the civilian deaths that have happened. That's one thing that they keep highlighting with lots of just heart-wrenching footage to see what's happening. You feel for the people that are there trying to get out, and some of them, they're trying to get out. It's almost like they're being hunted and they're being bombed and shot and things like that. So
and then they tell them, there's a ceasefire so y'all can get out.
Yeah.
And then, ceasefire's over.
Psych.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really kind of
evil.
crazy. Yeah, and so you've got, 1.7 million refugees have already left the country, but then you've got people that are coming back into the country. I've seen several instances of people even here in America that are Ukrainian saying, I'm going back to fight for the motherland.
Wow.
And Maxim, who is with, or was with Dancing with the Stars, he's one. You saw his journey trying to get out of the Ukraine, but now he's back in the United States, and he did an interview with CNN where he talked like he has what you would call survivor's remorse since getting back, and he's just compelled. He's watching those images, through a different filter than we're watching those images, because he's like, wow, that's my home country.
I should have stayed.
I should be there. And, it sounds like he is, talking about at least contemplating a return to go back and fight.
Wow.
And so it'd be kind of interesting. When you see that kind of stuff, you're just like, wow, what would it be like? It just, I think for any of us, you can't even fathom, that somebody would be invading South Florida and we would be driven out of our homes and we would take whatever we could in a roll suitcase.
And run.
That really is the storyline of Red Dawn.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. It's just something that we really have never had to deal with here in America, thankfully. But unfortunately, in other places they do. So, what would you do? Would you stay and fight, or would you leave? It's already a conversation the Mexican Queen and I have had. Like, how would you be handling it? What would be?
The Mexican Queen needs to stay and fight.
Oh, I know. Yeah, she'd be the best of the best.
Would be like an assassin.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck taking her out. I would think that I would stay. I would be like, hey, it's something you got to do. It's your obligation. I kind of grew up with that in a military family, and it's just what you do. if somebody ever challenges where you live, you got to stand up, you got to bow up, and you got to fight.
I stay, especially YouTube karate. I am ready to stay, and I'm ready to
8-point blocking
fight.
system.
Hey, thank you for remembering
Bullets,
that.
bombs. They have a bullets and bombs edition.
Your 8-point blocking system is not going to work on a bullet, you dodo
Yeah,
bird.
can I just try to maybe, I don't know, throw a little levity in the heavy topic? My bad.
Yeah.
I don't have any weapons, so I got to get, if I'm staying, which I don't know if I am, I got to get some weapons.
I would rather my family leave. That's how I would like to do it. I like, hey, get them out.
But where do they go, though? You send them to Canada?
Well, it's kind of like in the Ukraine. You do have a place. So, yeah, and in this scenario, you do have a place to evacuate. And maybe it is, Canada. I think probably for us, it's Mexico.
Right.
But it's okay. So we're putting our words together right now and saying, us as a team, we stay together and we fight the KVJ show.
I'm staying.
I'm staying.
I don't know. I think I'm bringing my kids and running.
Virginia leaves in a Cat 1 hurricane. You think she's staying if the Russians are attacking us?
If it's a tropical storm, okay, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
I don't want my babies to go through it. I'm collecting my babies.
Honestly,
I don't think Panda's a good fighter either. I'm taking him too.
I mean, the Bahamas could attack us and Virginia would leave.
yeah, it's better you go.
Yeah.
It's better you leave.
But I think y'all should keep Kim Ralston.
Yeah, we want
Because
the
she
queen.
will ass kick.
She would be amazing in war.
I'm going to take
Yeah.
Suits too. I'm going to take Suits.
Okay, we're going to make Suits evacuate.
No,
I'm taking Suits.
Suits are staying.
No,
You're fighting.
he's not staying.
I think Suits would be our war reporter. Somebody's got to get the word out, so that way he's not necessarily fighting, but he's got one of them blue helmets on, and he's got a flak jacket. And
Denny's is our medicine man. I'm your tunnel rat. You're the captain.
Yes.
We got this.
Tunnel rat.
Oh yeah.
It's Florida. There's no tunnels.
I'm going out. I'm getting the information. I'm coming back, Kevin.
I'm trying to tell him I keep hitting his water. It's not working out.
We all definitely have nicknames.
He dies in the tunnel because it floods.
Yeah, floods. Yeah. What a terrible way to go. They did this survey, and apparently 55% of Americans say they would stay and fight. 38% say that they would leave. So that's kind of how it breaks down. If you've had that conversation as to what you are, and they don't specify anything by gender or age, that's just what people said that they would do. So that's kind of how it breaks down. So, yeah, we'll see. 55% would stay and fight.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, it looks as though the whole Evan Rachel Wood and Marilyn Manson thing just got a little bit more scandalous and yucky. It feels like every time each of them speaks out about the other, the allegations just get more horrific and more horrific. Now she is claiming that Marilyn Manson, when they were together, would drug her and take advantage of her in her sleep.
Jeez.
She says this all in the new documentary, which is going to be on HBO coming up in a matter of days on March 15th. She also says that he would never let her take birth control, and he refused to use condoms, and so she got pregnant. He made her terminate the pregnancy, and then the same day told her to get in the kitchen and make him dinner. And it's just, a mess. So, I don't know. The documentary is called Phoenix Rising, and that's going to air on HBO coming up March 15th. And he's suing her, claiming that she is lying about a lot of the stuff that she is saying out there in the public about him. So,
Okay.
who the heck knows?
Yeah, that's the toughest thing when you've got, again, two people just accusing each other and you don't necessarily have anything documented and you don't have witnesses. I don't know where you go with that.
The Supreme Court said they're not going to take up the sexual assault case against Bill Cosby and will leave in place that decision that was made by Pennsylvania's highest court to throw out his conviction. So, like, kind of the last-ditch effort to maybe get Bill back in jail did not work.
Yeah, I saw his team celebrating.
He's innocent. No, he's not innocent. That's not exactly what's playing out here. He got released on a technicality, y'all. So...
Yeah, we just sadly have had that. We've had some people in some high-profile cases, and most of America knows they just sidestep justice.
Well, your
it's
legal
tough.
defense
Yeah.
is better when you have money because they can exhaust every different angle and every little option. And it's not the same legal defense as somebody who is struggling to pay their retainer.
Yeah.
It's just not. Mm-hmm. And finally here, the former Seattle Seahawks and San Francisco 49ers cornerback Richard Sherman pled guilty yesterday to 2 misdemeanor charges stemming from that arrest that happened where he went to his in-laws and was trying to break down their door and
Dude
drove
had a
his
bad night.
he drove his car through a construction zone ew.
Yeah.
So he did plead guilty and is going to take his lumps in the whole thing.
Yeah, okay.
That's good.
Yeah, sometimes, we all mess up and you got to just own up to it and, and start to move on.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay. Got some birthdays here today. Lester Holt is turning 63 years old. Freddie Prinze Jr. is 46. Remember him from the Scooby-Doo movies back in the day, and I still know what you did last summer.
And his dad, too, was famous for
He was?
anyone over 60.
Yeah. Jay, for bringing in the old news.
Sometimes people want that vintage news.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you for doing that. Also got some other birthdays here today. Got a little shout out to my amazing birthday girl, Jimena. She's double digits, the Big 10.
Ooh, big deal.
So proud of the caring, responsible young woman you're becoming. Love mommy, daddy, Emily, Kane, and Teddy. Also, we got a happy first birthday to Ace from mommy, daddy, Parker, and Quinn. There he is all bundled up.
Oh, that's a cool
KVJ TV.
I want that outfit.
Yeah.
I love a hood with ears.
Me too.
It's so cute.
Also, happy first birthday to Arlo from Dad, Mama, and Alana. Got a photo of the birthday boy there.
He's adorable, too.
Cool. That's a great outfit.
Also got a birthday wish to our Spitfire 4-year-old, Ellie Mraz. Happiest of 4th birthdays from Mommy, Daddy, Kylie, Peyton, Taz, Holly, and Nala. Got a nice family photo there.
Aw, happy babies.
Her enjoying some spaghetti.
Look like Jay-Bird when he eats spaghetti.
That looks like that's at the Pizza Girls.
Yeah, it might be.
I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yeah, up in
look
Gardens.
at you.
Mhm. He knows pizza places.
He knows
huh?
bars. You can see the bar in the
Yeah.
background.
I know because of the pizza. You know bars, I know pizza.
Also, Kaylee said, wishing my Boo Bear the happiest 12th birthday. You make us so proud every single day. So proud to call you my son. Always mom, dad, Hazley, Grace, Luna, Tuna, and Remington. So nice birthday shout outs. You got one. You're going to get on the KVJ Show. Let us know by sending us an email. mail@kvjshow.com. mail@kvjshow.com. What happened to the gas prices? You're just driving around and you're like going, okay, that's a gas price. And you're like, whoa, what happened? Somebody said, yeah, in Port St. Lucie yesterday, it was $3.89. And now this morning I get up and it's $4.29.
Dang.
From $3.89 to $4.29 in basically the course of a day. And you're like, what the heck is going on?
Your Tequesta trip's going to be a little bit more.
Yeah, Tequesta gas is always a little higher. If everybody else is $4.15, Tequesta's probably $5.20.
Wow. Okay. That's just the price you got to pay, Virginia.
I don't gas up in Tequesta.
You don't, huh?
No.
Yeah.
I gas up by work.
Okay.
Or the Juno Beach Shell right there on US 1. They always keep it real. Shout out to them.
Well, they were saying that's really it. You know, if you want to save, you got to just find out where to go. In fact, there's a whole bunch of tips on how to save some money on gas. And one of the things they say is to have a fuel savings app, kind of like a Gas Buddy. That'll help you find the cheapest prices on gas in your area. That's just one of the things you can do to try to save some money.
You have to drive 20 minutes west and you get the cheapest gas.
Right,
You
that's,
burn all your
yeah,
gas.
yeah. It all works out.
Mags was telling me that Costco still has cheaper gas, but you have to have a Costco card.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that at one time when I was running out of gas. Oh, cool. I'll just stop at Costco. Just put my... Yeah, you need a card.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
That's on you, bruh.
Bro, I thought the gas was not, done in bulk like the stuff inside.
Yeah. Yeah, they say that's one of the things you do. Hit up a wholesale store, Walmart or Costco, something like that. But they said the problem with those, you're likely going to be waiting in a line. So some of those places now are starting to get long lines behind them because you can save so much on the gas, and that's a big deal now. They say paying in cash can save anywhere from 5 to 10 cents a gallon. So I guess you're better off paying in cash rather than on card if you want to save at the pump. They say Monday is the cheapest day to fill up. Oh. So if you can go that long, just kind of get an idea of what days are the most expensive. Monday is the cheapest.
Is there a reason for that?
I think there probably is, but I don't know what it is.
Probably a boring reason.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something to it. They say reducing highway speeds by 5 to 10 miles an hour can increase fuel efficiency by 14%. So stop being such a speed demon a little bit. Slow down your speed. You'll save a little bit.
Virginia.
I'm sorry. If I'm late, I'm going fast.
And they say you can also check out some loyalty programs that can be stacked on a gas payment card. So those are just 6 different ways that you can save a little bit in gas.
You can downsize, too. I traded in a SUV that was a big gas guzzler.
Okay.
And got a smaller car, and that really did help me a lot.
Okay. It's good advice.
I went from, I almost cut it in half. Almost.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people will, and this will probably spur on a lot of people starting to look at those hybrid or electric cars to see what they can save there if it's something that's going to stay. And I don't know how long we're going to be looking at higher gas prices. Hopefully they can find a solution relatively soon, especially when it comes to, the travel and tourist season and people taking summer vacations. You'd think that's going to have an effect on it as well. Some people texting from around the area. One of our listeners in the Bahamas in Abaco said it's $6.10 here for gas.
Is that the lowest one? So if you want to get the 87?
Oh, I don't know. They just said our gas is $6.10, so they didn't say what octane it was. Somebody else said back home in Canada, it is $1.96 a liter, 4 liters in a gallon, almost $6 for a gallon back home in Montreal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's confusing with the liter thing.
Yeah,
My brain just broke.
I don't jive well. I know liters in soda. That's
Yes. That's the only way you get that. And if that's not enough, too, I heard that there's inflation pretty much everywhere on everything, including babysitter rates. They say the average hourly rate for babysitters in the United States jumped 11% over the last year. The average is now $20.57. Wow. $20.57 is the going rate. So if you've got a babysitter, that's, I guess, what you're supposed to be paying. And they say the problem that we're now having in America is babysitting costs are outpacing the 7% inflation rate. So it jumped 11%, inflation 7%. So that's one of those other things, gas and kids.
The days of paying your neighbor like $5 to watch your kid, those days are over.
Yeah.
$20.57.
Dang.
Yeah, crazy stuff. I always love the things that they put into movies, and then just after a while and you see it enough, you just start believing that is actually how it's done, and that's just what happens. So what are the things that maybe we believe because we've seen it happen so many times in the movies? We think it's the norm, but no, that's not exactly how it goes. There's a nice, interesting list here, and tell me how many of these things you know to be true. For instance, you can hold all of another person's weight with one arm that's hanging off of a cliff. You always see that? The person falls over, and they're holding them on, and like, oh, I got you. And
I don't think I got you.
I do not. I got that bag. I got that bitch-ass grip. I can't grip anything.
yeah,
He can't even open pickles.
pickles.
It's hurtful, but she ain't lying.
She's not lying. Phil's right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Pickles. You
Yeah.
got that pickle grip.
I struggle.
Another thing that Hollywood has tricked us into believing that CPR brings practically anybody back to life no matter what happened to them.
And quickly, too. As soon as you put them lips or you try to press on somebody, they immediately come back to life.
Yes, they do. And like, boom, they sit right up. In fact, we'd even talked about that this week on the show, that they say with CPR, unfortunately, that's cost a lot of people their lives because you see that in the movies where they give them CPR and all of a sudden they go, and they come through and you're like, oh, you saved your life. That's not it. They said CPR is not necessarily about reviving somebody to that way. It's about keeping oxygen going and the body in a state where the paramedics can then work on them to keep them alive. You want to keep the blood flow happening, and that's what the CPR does.
You keep that heart pumping.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, well, they didn't pop back to life like they do in the movie, so I'm going to give up. No, don't give up. Keep
Staying
working on
alive,
them.
staying alive. That's what you got to do it to.
Yeah.
Staying alive, staying alive.
I think we're going too fast, though.
I think staying alive.
I think you're going a little too fast.
Yeah, she's kind of doing the techno version.
Yeah.
Don't critique me. I'm just pumping faster.
And they're dead.
Other things that Hollywood has tricked us into believing that dying people are alert, oriented, and able to talk until they murmur their last words, and then they sigh that final breath and their head kicks back gently.
There is another sky.
That's not how death happens.
Not in my
I don't think it's that pretty,
experience.
huh?
No, I've seen it. It doesn't happen like that.
She wants to
She
get
does.
dark
She
and
wants to tell you
depressing.
about, yeah. Mhm.
It's heavy.
Yeah, we know.
And it'll stick with you.
Okay.
You're right.
Another thing that Hollywood tricked us into believing that you can outrun a giant explosion. You're just ahead of it, that flame's right behind me, like, come on! And then, they go, and then they...
You're right. Movies have screwed me up when it comes to explosions because there's been times where I put aluminum accidentally in the microwave. You go, oh crap, it's gonna blow. I better run out. You dive out thinking it's gonna blow up.
Yeah,
It don't work like that.
I can go like that, yeah. And the other thing, too, is that helicopters can sneak up out of nowhere. How many times have you seen somebody fighting on a cliff?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, they have no idea, and a helicopter all of a sudden rises up. You're like, yay, there's the good guys. But you're going, wait, you guys didn't hear that? Like, how's anybody surprised? You know they're not that quiet.
You'd hear that from a mile away.
Also, the one thing that Hollywood always does with hackers, you always see that, they sit down, they furiously tap on the keyboard for 30 seconds, like going, okay, I'm in. He's like, wait a minute. What?
I think it takes longer than that.
You would think so, yeah, but no, not in the movies. They don't have that kind of time.
They do that in Die Hard right away.
Yeah.
Okay, and we are in.
And we are in,
I mean,
okay.
under 10 seconds.
He does. He's very quick. Also, the other thing that tricked you into believing, fire alarm pull stations will set off the sprinkler system. You always see that as soon as they rip on that, the water comes right out of the ceiling. I guess apparently that doesn't happen.
Huh.
Don't know how many fire alarms I pulled, but yeah, it just rings a bell, doesn't it?
My fire alarm went off in my house last night. I was burning pasta again.
Oh, I lead the league, and fire alarms going off, and then me not knowing how to turn them off.
Yeah.
If you had a video of me trying to, I have 5 of them, and they all go off at different times.
That just sounds like a fun game.
That's terrible.
It's always because we've burned something we've cooked.
Oh yeah, that's
Always.
Yes.
I put on pasta and then forget about it and go outside and do the lawn maintenance.
I have to not. Yeah, when I cook something, I just keep the doors open.
Other things Hollywood has tricked us into believing that people with normal jobs can afford the most luxurious of apartments in New York, San Francisco. I first learned that when Friends was on, and I at the same time was spending $500 a month to live on someone's futon in their living room.
Amen.
And I'm like, wow, how much are these people making that they have that apartment?
At a coffee shop.
Yeah. And I get rent control and all that kind of stuff. You know, it does happen in New York City. But
Not for that apartment.
yeah, time and time again, it's not really the
But
norm.
you still see that though in movies and shows
Sure,
where someone's
yeah.
struggling, but they have a great house or a great apartment.
Yeah. I just do that in South Florida now.
Yeah, you're right.
No way. Another thing that Hollywood always tricks us on is that high schoolers look like they're in their mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
That often happens. You see high schoolers and they're all 26. Also, that high schools are full of gorgeous people who always have fun and they're adventurous. The mean people are clearly obvious. Your grades will always improve in the nick of time as long as you study the night before. High schools are so unrealistic in the movies.
They are.
One thing after another. And another thing that Hollywood has tricked us into believing that as long as you love someone, it's going to work out. Never mind the amount of work it takes to make the relationship work, or that how you feel about somebody can change because you both change.
They also still do the whole where you're kind of, someone doesn't want your advances, but you're still going after them and chasing them. Basically, if it was real life, it's stalking.
It is.
But then
Yeah.
by the end, you go, I didn't see your stalker-like ways. You're such a great person.
I love you.
I'll be with you, even though you're
Yeah.
horrifying.
Even though you're in the bushes.
Yes.
The one thing that I always love in movies is how the ugly girl can become pretty when you take off her glasses and let her hair down.
And I love glasses, so I always think they're hot with the glasses on.
It always amuses me. The movies are kind of back, I guess you could say. You know, as they start lifting the restrictions, not that we had them ever here in Florida anyway, but you just look nationwide what the Batman did at the box office over the weekend. Second biggest opening weekend. The only one bigger than that was the latest Spider-Man movie that had come out, so people seem to be going back to the movies. So if you are, and you get that popcorn, do you have any special little tricks to make it extra yummy? Or if you're watching movies at home, what do you do for your popcorn to make it extra delicious?
I love popcorn so much.
You do.
Oh, I do.
It's a great food.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And people always ask me because popcorn almost killed me back in that stunt.
Yeah.
When I was eating all that, they go, "Do you still like popcorn?" There's no way you love popcorn after eating all of that, and I still
do.
love it.
Still
Yes.
jonesing for it, huh? Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I used to have this hack. My hack for popcorn was, and it wasn't anything fancy. I know people do it a lot better, but what I would do is I would take the butter-flavored Pam, and I would use Greek seasoning. And so it would be half of the bag in the bowl, and then I would spray it with the Pam. I'd put the seasoning on, and then I would spray and cover the rest. And that was my little hack. And I love the popcorn that way. And it wasn't that bad for you. You know, so it's kind of like the Diet Pansy version.
I love that cheese corn. The one that comes at Christmas in that tin.
Go
Oh,
on.
yeah, it's good.
Oh,
It's good.
on.
the
Yeah.
cheesy corn is the best. Then the caramel, then the butter.
I like chocolate. I like chocolate smothered all on that thing.
Do you like that moose munch?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you moose it up, don't you?
They have adult popcorn out there. It's pretty darn good too.
Adult popcorn?
Yes. It's medicated.
Oh, I got you.
Oh.
Okay.
They have like the weed in it.
It's
Weed-infused popcorn?
not bad.
That's
Well,
Denny's hack.
I think butter is a big thing. Like people that cook with weed, they put it in the butter, and you could easily put weed butter on
Well,
popcorn.
the goal is to make it to where it doesn't taste like any of that. It tastes like legit popcorn.
So you'd have no idea. So you can get grandma when she comes in to sit down and watch the Golden Girls.
You gotta-
All of a sudden, Granny's acting a little goofy.
You gotta make sure you,
you should tell her before you give her that popcorn.
you gotta protect that kind of popcorn.
Yeah. Here's a couple of hacks to make your popcorn even better. I'd never heard of this, but it makes sense. Somebody said, I put a straw over the butter dispenser and will put it deep in the bag of corn to get better butter penetration. You know, a lot of time you get all the good stuff at the top of the bag, and then when you get down the
Yeah.
middle or the bottom, you're like, yeah, all the good stuff's gone. But if you use a straw, you can infuse all that goodness right down to the lower portions of the bag.
Look at him.
Yeah, thought that was pretty wise.
Great hack.
Somebody else said that they use the powdered cheese from mac and cheese packets.
It is good, yes. If you like that kind of ride, I do. I like a cheap cheese powder.
Okay.
It does me right.
They sell it at Restaurant Depot by the sack.
Yeah, I know.
You could buy a sack of it, and it's only like $10.
Nobody deserves that much power. That's too much power for one
It's a
man.
lot, huh? Yeah. Andrew said that I make my popcorn on the stovetop using canola oil and bacon fat.
Yeah, my kidney brother Bigfoot's getting in the popcorn game, and he makes really good popcorn. So now I get these, trash bag size of popcorn. I'll never ever have to pay for popcorn again.
The
Okay.
weed one or the regular?
No, come on now, Virginia. The regular one.
Regular, of course.
Elizabeth said that she makes hers on the stovetop with olive oil. Ooh. And then I will sprinkle with dry ranch dressing mix and mixed up salt.
I would try that.
I would try that. And I'm not even a ranch guy anymore, and I'd try that.
A lot of people are making their popcorn on the stovetop. Nicole said, yeah, I use a wok on the stove for mine.
Were you guys fans of Orville Redenbacher back in the day? Where you do that little Jiffy thing and
Jiffy Pop.
that big old aluminum foil with
Puff Up.
As a kid, I love that. They don't do that anymore, do they?
I think they do, actually. I think you can buy that little thing that you would shake on the stove and it would puff up to this like ball of aluminum.
As a little kid, how do you not love that?
It's
As an
magic.
adult, I love it.
It was magical.
Yeah.
Couple suggestions for seasoning. Old Bay. Old Bay is great on popcorn. Somebody else said cayenne powder.
Ooh, be careful.
Ugh, that is not a fun ride. That's a
Not for you, huh?
you call that poop corn. Say crap yourself.
Another suggestion is Becky said, I smush the kernels around so the bag is super flat and every kernel gets the butter. You put in the microwave. Don't open the bag yet. Put the bag upside down over a bowl and shake it so the unpopped kernels fall out. Then you melt some extra butter to pour over the top with salt and pepper. That's how she does it. And then Cindy does that little hack that a lot of people do like now. They put M&Ms in their popcorn.
Yeah, let it sit out in the heat a little bit. Let it get a little chocolatey. Let it get a little gooey.
Put it outside in the yard so it can get bugs in it.
Well, there's a fine line between letting it melt and getting bugs in there.
There is a ton of really great popcorn hacks, a lot more than I got to, on the KVJ Show Facebook page. So if you're into making popcorn, want some new ideas, you can go and share them. Just go to Facebook and look for the KVJ Show. Make sure you subscribe while you're there.
People fighting online, losing their minds. So we read the crazy crap they write and have a fun time. Well, get ready for this week's digital drama.
Well, I don't think Patrick is going to like the weed-infused popcorn because he's got some very strong opinions about weed. And, of course, it starts a little bit of a fight here on a social media platform. I will play the role of Patrick here today.
You kind of look like a Patrick.
You could be Patrick
totally
Ralston.
be a Patrick.
If you get into politics, you might want to change it to Patrick Ralston.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It might
Really?
work.
Patrick. Okay.
Patricks are usually pretty pale.
Well, okay. It doesn't have to get insulting over here.
You're Patrick.
I'm trying to keep you
So I
positive.
wasn't sure I wanted to be a Patrick. And
So mean.
pale, they're ugly, they're hideous.
You're more Patrick than you are Kevin.
Okay, thank you.
She's such a witch, man. Why'd you hire her?
I like being sad. Virginia's going to play the role of Jill. Jaybird, going to bring you in here, and you're going to play the role of Marty. And then, of course, if we're talking about weed infused, we got to have Denny's here. So, Denny's, you'll play the role of Naomi.
Got it.
Okay, so here's what Patrick had to say. We need to stop glorifying pot. Weed is for losers. Stop acting like it's great for our society. Watch all the weed heads get all butthurt now. SMH.
Ew, your opinion is gross, Patrick. I'll stop glorifying pot when you stop glorifying guns. Stop acting like guns are great for society. It goes both ways. Weed brings hugs. Guns bring thugs.
Oh, Naomi, I'd stop before you make yourself look even more stupid. Patrick is right. Weed is illegal. Guns are not. Also, you really should put some clothes on. Your profile pic is disgusting. Children are on here.
Oh, so we're slut shaming now, Jill? You're just upset because you're shaped like a large human thumb. And why is it you're always kissing Patrick's ass all the time lately? I think that's weird, seeing as you're married.
There's Naomi doing what she does best, playing the victim. Your fake outrage towards guns is amusing, to say the very least, Naomi. As for me and Jill's friendship, both of our respective spouses trust us. So you can just stop with all that crap right now.
Weed is illegal in a lot of places. Not sure what the F Jill's talking about. Why can't one love weed and guns? I do. I get high and shoot at trees all the time.
Are you high now? Well, you're a big dummy then, Marty. Getting high and using a gun is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. I swear, other than Patrick, the collective IQ on this thread is like 5.
Jill, you need to smoke some weed. You're too uptight, dude. Your boy Patrick could use a little puff pass too. Just saying. Oh, P.S. I'm a better shot when I'm high.
There's a reason why the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights talks about guns and not weed.
Oh, boy.
And no, the Declaration of Independence was not written on hemp. And no, our forefathers did not smoke weed. Stoners love to throw that in your face, even though it's dead-ass wrong. Stoner facts are not real facts.
I thought they did write that on hemp.
See, stoners are always trying to push that agenda.
It's written on him.
Patrick's right.
Yeah.
I thought Washington did smoke weed.
See? Agenda.
That's it. All right, next up, we got another post here. Vincent, he hates children being exploited on social media. He has some harsh words about the topic here. Bird, you can play the role of Vincent in this one. I'll be Maya. Virginia, you're Kyle. And Denny's, you'll be Brenda.
Brenda.
Okay.
Some of y'all need to be embarrassed about how you exploit your kids here on social media just for likes and shares. Some of y'all should be ashamed of yourself. You'll never see me or my kids up on here.
Awfully judgmental today, Vincent. I don't think you're really being fair, and you're coming off like a jerk. You don't even have kids, so take a breather, dude.
You're only getting defensive, Maya, because you know you are the one I'm talking about. Just because you're thirsty doesn't mean your children need to be. I'm sure your kids will be so pumped in 10 years that you take videos of them in their pajamas with food stuck on their face. Great parenting.
Preach, Vincent. I'm so sick of all these family vlogs and YouTube videos. I think putting kids on TikTok and YouTube is a terrible idea. Very damaging to the child. I have kids. I won't even post pictures of them. Too many weirdos out there.
So why can't parents put up pictures and videos of their kids? And why do you care so much, Vincent and Kyle? Just don't watch them. Our 4-year-old Lyle does a food review on TikTok. He loves it, and so do his fans. Why would we take that away from him and his followers?
Exactly, Brenda. My two twinsies love doing their YouTube channel, and we are finally about to start monetizing it. How is this a bad thing? Everybody involved wants to be a part of it, and now we're gonna make some money. I'm not sure why Vincent and Kyle are so angry about such a great thing.
Angry? I'm not angry. I'm just giving my opinion. You both sound like stage moms, but for social media.
No.
And no offense, Brenda, your 4-year-old doesn't know his ass from his elbow. No 4-year-old does, let alone know what a food review is. You're kind of proving Vincent's point.
My kids have more followers than everybody on this thread combined. So I wonder who's really winning in life. Done talking to toxic men for the day. Bye-bye.
Your kids or your twinsies, whatever the hell you call them, are going to hate you by the time they are 10. In fact, they may already hate you. Like Kyle said, you prove them a point. Now go enjoy your children's mindless followers. I'm sure they genuinely earned it on their own.
Okay.
I kind of want to check out the twinsies page, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's great, yeah.
Yeah, and a food review by a 4-year-old, I would check that out.
Okay, there you go. It's all on social. Thank you very much for the entertaining post. If you see something that you like, do a screenshot of it, send it to us, mail@kvjshow.com.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in just a second in your dirt, I'll tell you about the crib that Drake is selling. Wow. It's called the YOLO Estate.
Oh, the YOLO.
Boy, this thing was put together like you only live once.
Okay.
It is sweet.
Nice.
Before we get into that, though, did you see Morgan Wallen is back, baby?
Yeah.
He and his sweet mullet were back at the Academy of Country Music Awards show last night in Vegas. Now, this is the same show that he was banned from last year. So a lot of people are saying, look, the ban is over. Morgan Wallen is back in the house. He is doing collaborations with black artists, and I think that is super smart. And he's being received like he never left.
Yeah.
Until you read social media.
Oh, yes, that's true. I just try to stay off Twitter. They like to fight. Drake is looking to unload 3 homes that he's got. So he bought 3 huge mansions in this one cul-de-sac. And
Okay.
just unbelievable. One of them's got a tennis court, basketball goal, water park with an 80-foot long water slide, waterfalls, a sand volleyball court, equestrian ring, a stable, a movie theater that fits 25 people in it, marble soaking tubs in every single bathroom. If you want to buy all 3 of the houses in this cul-de-sac that he has turned into a compound, it's only going to cost you $22 million.
Jeez.
If I was super rich, I'd get a hot tub in the kitchen. Ooh, that would be awesome, no? Hot tub in the kitchen?
What is it, like
Is
a
this
big
thing on?
stew
Hello?
pot?
Is anybody here, guys? Are we
Hot
live?
tub in the kitchen.
That would be
Hot tub in the kitchen?
Hell yeah.
Why?
Why not? I always love when people go, why?
Why does he have so many pubes in his food?
Well,
That's why.
Oh, well, it's going to be
He
so...
has a hot tub in the kitchen.
No, it'll be so big where the pubes will go anywhere near the finger foods. I promise.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
So many pubes. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's time for another round of do it, bitch. 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 Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it, bitch.
All right, here we go. Time to divide up into teams. We got Virginia, Jaybird, Denny's, and Suits all ready to go here today. All right, we got to draw out a name and figure out who's going to be paired up with whom.
Let's see here.
Virginia is drawing today.
I'm drawing,
It'll
and
be me.
my partner's Jaybird.
Yeah, it's just every week it feels.
Okay, yeah, how about that?
I just can't get away.
Yeah, you can't.
It truly is hell.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Well, you could leave.
You'd be right there with me.
Oh, if you walk out, I'm walking out.
We got this. We're kidding. We love each other. The chemistry's great.
Yes, until we get one wrong, and then we fight.
You guys did win last time.
That's true.
We did.
That's true.
We did. We won on a technicality. That's right.
Yeah.
I was going into it thinking we lost. We did not.
That's weird. You're going into it negatively. That's shocking.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so who's going to be the gambler on your team?
So I'll be the gambler this time, and you be the guesser.
Sounds fair because I was the gambler last time.
Okay. All right, so there we go.
Kevin's shocked that it took so quick for us to
He
decide.
wasn't
I
ready
know.
for how quick that happened.
It was too easy.
And between Denny's and Suits here, who we going to have gambling?
I think Suits wants me to gamble still.
Okay, Suits is going to have you gamble?
Yeah, he'll be
Okay.
the one listing.
All right, hey, if you find your gift, go for it. Okay, we're going to start off with Virginia and Jaybird here, and do it, bitch. You got a topic, got to see how many you can get in that topic in 10 seconds. And we're starting off with one of Jaybird's favorites, Star Wars villains.
Oh, gosh.
How many can you name in 10 seconds? All right.
And
this is
Virginia
actually
has
for
to-
Virginia.
Virginia's got to do it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
So, Jaybird, how many Star Wars villains can Virginia name in 10 seconds?
Virginia can name one.
Can name one. Okay, Denny's, what do you think about with Suits?
I think Suits can name 2.
Okay. Jaybird, can Virginia do 3?
I think Virginia can do 3. I do.
3 Star Wars villains. Okay. All right, back to you, Denny's. What do you think?
I think do it.
Okay. All right, Virginia's got to name 3 Star Wars villains in 10 seconds. Virginia, your time begins now.
Darth Vader, Yoda, Jabba the Hutt, Baby Yoda, Kylo Ren.
At the buzzer.
Got Kylo Ren.
At the buzzer.
I got 5.
But I mean, 2 of those
Two
were.
of you
Yeah.
did not get. You got 2 wrong, but you got.
Yeah, you named
Jabba
5
the Hutt
names, but
counts.
you missed 2.
You got. I think you got enough shit to win that one though.
3. She only needed 3.
Yeah, you did it. There. You got Kylo Ren,
Kylo
Jabba the
Ren
Hutt,
at the
Darth Vader.
buzzer.
I can't believe it. I was hoping you said Boba Fett.
Yep.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, you heard me talk. But you did great.
I've heard you talk about Boba
You
Fett.
did great. You did great.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Chase that field.
How about that?
Kylo Ren at the buzzer.
At the buzzer.
That's such a hard one to get,
That
too.
is shocking.
Dang.
I only know because I've heard you. Every
okay.
name I know is just you spewing.
Good.
Okay, over to Denny's and Suits here, trailing by a point already into this thing. All right, we're going to be doing orange foods. Foods that are the color of orange. Okay, Denny's, how many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
I think Suits could do 5.
5. Okay. Jaber, what do you think about with Virginia?
Virginia easily can do 6.
Okay, we're at 6. What are you thinking about this, Denny's?
So Virginia could do 6 orange foods.
Foods.
I say do it.
Okay, 6 in 10 seconds. Virginia, your time begins now.
Carrots, butternut squash, American cheese, Kraft mac and cheese, tangerines, kumquats, Cheez-Its, salmon.
Cheez-Its. Yeah, that's 6.
Okay, got you at 7 total. Had to do 6. That means another point. It's quickly 2-0. It could end after the next round. If Denny's and Suits don't get it together, that'd be their second loss in a row. Okay, next topic here. Goes back to Virginia and Jaybird.
I got a headache.
We're doing Tom Hanks movies. Tom Hanks movies is the next topic. How many can Virginia name in 10 seconds, Jaybird?
Virginia can name 3.
Okay, starting at 3. Denny's, what do you think about with Suits? How many can you name? He just watched one over the weekend.
Yeah.
With Big.
I think Suits could get 5.
Okay, at 5. Jaber, what do you think about with Virginia?
The Witch can get 6.
Okay. All right, Denny's, what do you think about with Suits?
I'm gonna say do it.
Do it.
Wish. It's a doable number.
6 in 10 seconds is what you need, Virginia. Your time begins now.
Catch Me If You Can, Forrest Gump, A League of Their Own, Philadelphia, Big, No Good Men.
Splash!
Oh, Splash.
No
It's
good-
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. You got 5.
Stay
you needed
focused.
6.
It's okay.
The point goes to Denny's and Suits.
That was close.
Okay.
I don't know movies.
You did good.
Yeah,
Come
that was
on, you did good.
fantastic.
You
You've
did
listed
good.
So many.
Stay focused. Positive. Okay. Don't take a left on negative town, please.
What?
Stop.
Okay. It goes
The
back to
infighting has begun.
Just focus, dog.
As soon as we lose one, that's when the fighting begins.
Just focus. We're doing good.
Okay, Denny's. We're talking Dr. Seuss books. How many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
Oh, Dr. Seuss books.
Dr. Seuss books. How many can he name?
I think Suits could do 5.
Think Suits can do 5. Okay. All right, let's go to the other team. What do you think here, Jay Bird?
Let's have Suits sink for a supper. Do it, bitch.
All right.
Okay. Gonna have to do 5 in 10 seconds. All right, Suits, your time begins now.
Green eggs and ham, the cat in the hat, one fish, two fish, blue fish, the thing, the Grinch, one of his. I got
Oh,
nothing
man.
else.
I got you.
That's hard.
That is
that
hard.
is a real tough one. Yeah, that's a real tough one, and that means that Jay Bird and Virginia, you're gonna get the win. 3, 2, 1 is the final. Dang.
Wow.
That was a good win.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
That's where it all changed.
Set the
Yeah.
tone right
Set the
there.
tone.
It's
At
over
the
if you
buzzer.
don't get that. It's over.
Set the tone. Wow. Okay, now let's discuss the punishment that we have here today. I believe we settled on.
Well, we're deciding between two, and we think that because you're the boss, Kevin, you should pick. It was either eat raw eggs or eat a fire devil hot chicken wing.
Okay, so it'd be a hot wing or you chug down a raw egg.
Right.
How many eggs are we making them chug? Like 9?
It's just one, but
Yeah, I think it's the old Rocky thing.
it's like the
yeah.
Rocky.
Someone's cocky now that they won.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Earlier, he's like, let's get the other one.
Cocky Balboa.
Cocky Balboa.
I will let the chat room decide. Okay, so
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
Suits, what should the do it bitch punishment be? Should it be eating a
Devil hot wing.
Oh, please be
okay,
eggs.
The awful one, right?
Satan's spew.
I pray it's egg.
or it's drinking down
Raw egg.
Oh,
raw egg.
Please be egg.
Okay.
That hot sauce is going to be raw.
That's how bad your day is when you're pulling for raw eggs.
Oh, because you just drink it and be
You're
done.
pulling for it.
Okay.
I'm just hoping salmonella.
Okay. All right. So we're leaving that up to the chat room. We'll find out what that is. All righty. Time to pay off the do it bitch punishment. It is a devil hot chicken wing. We left it up to the KVJ TV chat room, and 72% said, yeah, that's going to be better than drinking a raw egg.
72.
Yeah, it was
That's a landslide.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what it's going to be here today. And Denny's has the red hot chicken wing, and I tried the sauce, and just a little dab on my tongue just about derailed my Palm Beach Kennel Club spot.
You sounded great, but you did visibly struggle.
Whoa, yeah. It was like your tongue is like, it's kind of like a little bit, it's like a snake bite.
You can smell the fumes coming off this.
Do you have a chaser, Denny's?
I got a coffee in the other room, a cold coffee. Well, so Suits and I are switching positions, so I left it in there so I'd have it when I got back in there.
So you have a cold coffee for your chaser.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you want to take a solid bite of that chicken wing. That'll do your punishment there. Trust me, that will be enough to do the damage.
Oh, Denny's.
Bottoms up.
Yeah. That's a
Oh my gosh. That's a oh my gosh.
He put the whole wing in his mouth. Whole wing is in his mouth. He
Oh
took it
my
all the way
gosh.
out.
Full gorilla.
Okay. Wow, Denny's, that's a championship move right there, but I'm afraid it's going to cost you.
It's so hot.
It's so hot.
I
It's
just
so
feel it
ridiculous.
happening.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
Are you okay?
No, it's starting to. It takes a second. It's a 1, 2. His eyes are
The
watering.
left eye's happening.
The left eye is watering.
Watering
I'm used to his
hard.
eyes looking bloodshot, but not from this.
Yeah,
Oh, it's kicking in.
yeah, it does.
Oh,
It
I can
grows.
smell your fire. Like, it's a
It
fire breath.
grows. It grows. It's dangerous.
You okay?
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah, he's great, Virginia.
Ooh, it's getting a little warm.
yeah. You're gonna. I still got the sting on my tongue, and I just had a little bit. So that's gonna do you in.
Oh, God.
That's gonna do you in. That one. Okay,
Wow.
I got him.
You did it, Denny's. Now
okay.
wash your hands. Do not touch your eye.
Or your junk.
Do not touch your penis.
Hopefully you're not doing that in that side room anyway, but still. Now, I don't know about poor Suits.
Oh boy.
This could be the end of him.
Oh, sweet cheeks. How you
Oh,
doing?
Suits.
I'm not doing well, and I haven't even taken a bite yet, so that should just show you what I think about this.
Just gonna
Oh
kill our
boy.
boy.
This might kill him.
Don't
Kevin.
expect me to put as much of the chicken wing in my mouth as Denny's just did. I'd just gag on the chicken wing without the hot sauce if I did that.
Yeah, good solid nibble. Good solid nibbles.
Just give it a nibble.
Get in there.
Yeah.
But don't be,
Yeah. Okay.
get in there.
All right. Suits is
Okay.
going after it.
He's getting in it.
gnawing down on it. Okay. Okay. All right. There he is. Nothing yet. Okay. Now he's starting
Wow,
to react.
that's hot.
Yeah, it is hot. Yeah. Okay. He's starting to react.
Wow, that is so hot.
Suits is trembling. Suits is trembling. He's recoiling.
Please don't throw up
Yeah,
on
just
me.
don't touch your eyes.
Don't
there.
touch your eyes.
Okay.
Don't touch your
Yeah.
eyes.
Stop
He's,
touching.
he's recoiling.
Stop touching your
He's-
very.
Oh boy. Oh no, he's starting to barf. Oh boy, there he goes. Poor Suits' head's in the trash can.
Stop touching your very
Don't
wet
touch your
lips.
face.
Oh
Don't
my
touch your
gosh.
face.
Oh,
Yeah.
it burns so bad.
Oh, it's so
my
bad.
God.
Yeah, it's so
Woo.
tough.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that sucks.
Yeah.
Can you believe people eat that for pleasure?
Take a look at Denny's in there. Get a quick shot of Denny's. Denny's is just spitting. He's just indiscriminately just spitting. It's just, Suits just hacked up some wing. Chicken just flew out of his mouth. Oh my
Oh, it's
gosh.
so hot. I need to go get water.
Wow, I need to
I
back
should've
up
walked in
here.
You gotta get a chaser.
Chunks of chicken are just flying everywhere. Poor
I have
Denny's is in
coffee
there.
creamer. You want coffee creamer?
Oh my goodness.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
Yeah. Anything
work
to
better
cut
than
it.
water.
Yeah, that might cut it.
Yeah.
Gotta cut it.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, poor Suits.
Poor Suits is trembling.
Poor Suits got that puppy belly.
Oh, he's drinking the coffee creamer.
They are drenched.
It's tough.
They're drenched in pain.
I respect it. It was tough. It's a tough round. That's not easy, my
Yeah,
man.
that sauce don't play. My neighbors gave me that, and Panda, same thing as you, Kevin, just had a little tiny bit, and he was like, "Whoa!"
I just don't
Doesn't take
get it.
much.
I don't get the.
Why would you subject yourself to that?
I get the taste, and I get a little bit of heat, but to the point where you're crawling and you're sweating. And
It's a daredevil thing, a peacocking move at a party. It's not something you do alone by yourself.
yeah, no one puts that on by themselves and enjoys that.
No.
Yeah.
You need to have an audience for that.
Okay.
That's rough. Okay. All right. Well, it's all paid off there. The loss for Do It Bitch.
Thank you, Kylo Ren.
Yes.
Kylo Ren, really?
Virginia on Star Wars villains winds up winning Do It Bitch. Who would have thought that would have happened?
All of these people in my life acting berserk. I'm feeling all pissed off and hurt. I need to know if I am the jerk. Oh, am I the jerk? Oh.
Okay, well, this question here, this mom wants to know, am I the jerk for telling my son he can't touch girls without consent? It says here, I saw my 9-year-old son. He was putting his arm around a girl from his class while he was playing. When I asked him what he was doing, he said that she was his girlfriend. Well, I asked him if he had asked her if she was okay with him touching her and let him know that he could put his arms around her. You need permission for that. So I told him that he was not to put his arm around any person or touch any girl in any way without them first giving you verbal consent. My husband was in the background listening to this and overheard the conversation and then went off on me when my son walked away, saying I made it really weird for absolutely no reason. But I disagree with my husband, and I don't think that anyone should ever feel obligated to have to touch someone they don't want to. I don't think you should touch anyone without their consent. Does that make me a jerk? Okay, so she's in a disagreement with her husband about stepping down to let her son know about consent. Her husband's like, I just made that weird. You didn't have to make that weird. Virginia, what are your thoughts? You're a mom here.
I mean, I think it's a good philosophy, and I think that mom is trying to do it right. But maybe you don't have to be so aggressive about it. Maybe explain it in a little more of a sweet way. Like, hey, you wouldn't want somebody touching you if you didn't want to be touched. So just think about it like the golden rule.
Okay.
If you wouldn't want somebody hugging on you, then you wouldn't want to do that to somebody else. So just check it out with them first and just say, hey, is it okay if I give you a hug?
Okay.
But you don't have to be aggressive about the explanation.
Well, maybe what do you think about the timing? Did it need to be done right there on the playground, or could that have been something after they get home to have a conversation with them then about it?
Maybe when you got home, it's better because he wouldn't be as embarrassed.
Okay. Yeah. And you wouldn't have made it weird in front of everybody kind of thing.
Right.
What do you think, Bird?
Yeah, I think always when it comes to all that stuff, I like to handle stuff behind closed doors when it's my family and close loved ones. I think it's a good lesson to teach. Look, it's 2022.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people set differently. I mean, I'm already seeing people texting in, back in the 80s, it's not the 80s anymore.
Right.
It's not like that.
And you got to teach your kids to navigate the here and now.
But to Virginia's point, though, I think with all this stuff, the pendulum can go too far to the left and too far to the right, where you can freak kids out about all this stuff. Be cool about it. Teach about boundaries, but also don't freak people out and make the kid feel like he's a pervert either.
You don't want to scare him to where he
exactly.
never wants to give any more hugs, because that's not the right way to handle it either. But it is good to ask somebody first, hey, is it okay if I give you a hug?
Yeah. So maybe a great lesson, just if there's anything, maybe the timing and, making sure you have closed quarters where you can have that one-on-one and nobody else has to hear.
And you don't have to scare him with it.
Well, because
he didn't do anything bad, and he shouldn't be feeling like he's a bad kid.
Well, there's going to be times in your life where maybe there's a natural situation where someone naturally puts your arm around you, or vice versa, and you want it to happen because there's other nonverbal cues that's comfortable. It's just a good conversation to have.
Yes.
Okay, this email, they want to know, am I the jerk for offering to buy my friend's wedding dress? It says here in the email, I'm getting married next year. My friend Laura is getting married around the same time. Well, Laura has always had big plans for her wedding. Most of the ceremony was already planned even before she met her fiancé, including buying the wedding dress. When the time that she has bought the dress until now, she's put on a good bit of weight, and no alterations or dieting is going to make that dress work for her wedding coming up. So she told me that she was going to take it to consignment, and that's when I offered to buy it off of her for the same price that she had originally paid for it. I love the dress, and I would fit in it perfectly. Well, when I asked her, she flipped out on me, saying that I was rubbing in her face that I could fit into her, quote, skinny person dress, her words, not mine, and told me I was no longer allowed to be her maid of honor, and she didn't even want me at her wedding. I feel really bad that she's insulted because I never meant to hurt her. If she was going to sell it, then why not sell it to me? Am I a jerk for even asking?
No, you are not a jerk for asking. You did nothing wrong. Your friend is insane. And if you're out of the wedding party now, consider yourself lucky because you don't want to be around this kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Come on. She was going to take it to consignment anyway.
Yeah.
And you offered to pay full value of what she paid.
Yeah.
She's not going to get that at consignment, homie.
Right.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Your friend.
You're out, huh?
Just tell that girl, bye. Won't miss you.
Okay, what'd you say? So long, hooker, or something? How do you say it?
See ya, hooker.
See ya, hooker.
See ya,
okay.
hooker.
See ya,
That's
hooker. Okay, see ya, hooker.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe that's the parting.
She was going to
Phrase.
give it to consignment anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb.
Okay, what about this email? It says, am I the jerk for evicting my stepmom for taking me to court? It says, my father died 7 months ago unexpectedly and left me a majority of his inheritance. I was his only biological child, so he left me his house and close to $150,000. My stepmom was not happy with the will and has been trying to contest it. She lives in the house that I now own with her 2 daughters from another marriage. She had said that my dad had promised to pay for both of her daughters to attend college. In the will, my dad only left each girl $1,000 and my stepmom only $5,000.
Damn.
She claims that since my dad died unexpectedly that he never had a chance to change the will. So she expects me to give her $50,000 of my inheritance to fulfill my dad's wishes. I was going to cut them off like maybe $10,000 each, but my mother-in-law has been so nasty that I soon rescinded that offer. That is when my stepmom hit me with an attorney who let me know that this was all going to court. So I hit my stepmom with my own legal document, an eviction notice to get out of my house. Look, I try to be cool, but my stepmom raised the stakes. She thinks $150,000 is a ton of money, but it's not like I'm set for life with that kind of money, so am I the jerk?
No. I mean, this is why you better make sure you update your will.
You got to have what the will says is what the will says.
Exactly.
And if the will says they're only getting $1,000, they're only getting $1,000.
Yeah.
That's the
Sorry.
law. How are they going to get that money out of you? They can't legally.
Well, they're going to contest the will, which happens all the time, but they're not going to win if the will was put together properly.
It's crazy seeing what a will can do to people, the evilness and just the ugliness and selfishness it brings out of people. I'm afraid if I die too quick, y'all gonna be all fighting over my Ewok figures. Who's gonna get what? Who's gonna get
I
this?
know. Yeah, I can see me and Denny's in just a knockdown drag out in Virginia too in the mix.
Y'all in my will.
I want to get Baby Yoda. That's all I ask for.
You can have all of my Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really kind of a foolish move of the stepmom, too, because, I mean, she's not thinking when she drops this legal complaint against her stepdaughter that, hey, you're living in a house that she now owns, that could easily be her retribution.
If you sue me, you get to leave my house now.
Yeah, that's
that's how it works.
I'm going to give you exactly what Dad left you, which was not a lot, and now you can get evicted.
Call me old-fashioned, but if you're living at my house and you're suing me, I kind of don't want you there anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to say you're not the jerk.
If that will holds up in court, the stepmother's also going to be hit with all the legal fees. Because she brought forth the lawsuit.
Wow. Yeah. So the $5,000 she got, she's going to be gone on attorney fees like that, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, attorneys love to take $5,000. That's a great round number for a retainer.
Look, I mean, I get if she was promised all this stuff, and he was probably just giving her lip service.
Yeah, he's probably lying.
Yeah. And then he kicks it, and the will doesn't change. And yeah, I get why maybe you're upset.
That's what people do. They lie to your face, and when they die, you realize, oh crap, they didn't love me that much. They only left me $1,000.
Yeah.
He didn't care for you or your nasty little stepdaughters.
Dang.
Virginia throwing in some matches.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah,
Maybe y'all should have been nicer to him.
Yep. Okay.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha Drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
A crazy dash cam video provided by FHP, Florida Highway Patrol, of a drunk woman trying to drive the wrong way onto the Sunshine Skyway Bridge in St. Pete during the Skyway 10K.
Damn, girl.
Oh, yeah. And
During the 10K?
Yeah, the 10K was getting ready to go on. So, yeah, I don't know.
That had to be morning.
Yeah, it looked like it was morning, and she
Wow.
was getting it going. I mean, you can't really tell everything. I don't see people in the video. I see it looks like another Florida Highway Patrol car is up ahead, and this car is moving at a good rate of speed. And the one Florida Highway Patrol starts to kind of move in her direction, be like, this person can't be doing this because they're flying the wrong way on the bridge. And so this Florida Highway Patrolman, knowing what's behind him, the people there for the 10K.
Right, lining up.
He does a head on. He takes her head on.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. He just drives his car right in front just to stop her. I mean, talk about the bravery of that, knowing that if this car gets onto the bridge for
he's
the
a
10K,
hero.
yeah,
He's a lifesaver.
Really, yeah. I mean, she was moving. So.
How did it end? Is she okay? Is he okay?
I didn't know reports on that because it's mainly just the video. That's really kind of the big story. It was something that I saw on Twitter.
Hopefully he's okay. I mean, if she's banged up, you get what you deserve, chick.
I'm sure she's probably fine because drunks are always great when
Right.
they're driving, because they're so loose that they just. Ugh.
That's what they always teach you that. A lot of
Yeah.
times they aren't injured.
When you're sober, you typically tense up, and it's when you tense up that you wind up getting most hurt in automobile accidents.
What a shame.
Well, there's a guy that was posing as a cop who accidentally pulled over a real off-duty cop in California on Sunday.
I love when this happens. This
Yeah.
is not the first time.
There's
this
videos.
happens pretty regularly.
There's YouTube videos of this stuff.
And not only was that a whoops, but the guy was also drunk.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, let's stack up the charges.
Come
you
on,
dope.
dude. There's a guy in Washington State that was found unconscious in a Jaguar with the car running. The cops wake him up and later find over $2,700 in cash in the car, along with $200,000 in drugs with meth, heroin, cocaine, and pills. And there was also a gun, so basically he's a drug dealer.
He was a pharmacy.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you're a drug dealer, don't pass out in your own Jaguar. What's wrong with you?
How do you say it? Jaguar or Jaguar?
I say Jaguar.
Or Jaguar.
I think you say it all different ways, but it depends on how pretentious you are. It's a pretentious level.
Well, in the commercial for the car, they say Jaguar.
Well, that's you're a rich douche.
You're at a 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And if you do it like the other way, Jaguar, you're the top douche of them all.
Yeah. That's how it goes. It's a sliding scale. Well, there's a TikTok making the rounds where a Karen cussed out Taco Bell employees while at the drive-thru. So they refused to serve her, and then she refused to leave, which meant that everybody behind her then got stuck.
You see this move a lot now where I'm mad. I'm going to make everyone wait because I'm not getting my Nacho Bel Grande on time.
Yeah. So everybody's going to suffer. So they had to call the police and show up to deal with this stupid Karen.
So, this nice young man just informed us that this Karen in the front of the line cussed them out and they are refusing to serve her. And so she refuses to move. So this is the line. The cops are now here.
Okay.
Is it worth it?
No.
She should be arrested for holding up my Nachos Bel Grande.
That's right.
Am I the only one, though? As soon as I hear someone raise their voice in public, my camera goes.
Should, yeah.
I'm trying to go on TikTok.
Yeah, let me go. Please be crazy.
Please be crazier.
That's kind of a creative idea, too. Starbucks workers posted up a TikTok video where they set out two different tip jars. One said Kanye West, one said Pete Davidson.
I love it. It's so creative.
Yeah.
They were getting so much cash money.
Yeah. Yeah, they say the Pete Davidson was getting all the dollar bills while the Kanye West was only getting some change. And with the 7 million views on TikTok, most of the comments supported Pete Davidson. So
Okay.
Okay.
7 million, huh?
Yeah.
That's quite the little idea for a TikTok.
That is quite the idea. Couple of crazy stories here. 40-year-old Aaron Henderson of Winter Haven was killed when a bulldozer crushed a porta potty at a landfill while he was inside.
That's just no way to go.
Oh my gosh!
It ain't supposed to go. It ain't supposed to go down like that.
It ain't supposed to go down like that at all.
What happened?
Dude's just doing his business in a porta potty, and a bulldozer with the blade about 3 to 4 feet off the ground drove by, but the blade was blocking the driver's view. They say it was just a tragical industrial accident. You never know what's going to happen there.
Gosh, all you can hope is that it went quick.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, that's just terrible. Good heavens.
I mean, you hear stories like that. Those are the ones that mess with my mind the most. You're doing everyday mundane things, and then something snatches you out.
Not that I'd ever take a dump in a porta potty anyway, but
those
that
type
story,
of activities.
If I'm ever hit with that,
you're going to think of this.
yeah, and I will go behind the porta potty.
Yeah.
Or just go behind a bush.
Yeah. There's a guy in Thailand that told his wife of 21 years that he'd have dinner ready when she got home from work, but then he went out drinking with his friends instead.
Uh-oh.
So, not getting her dinner, she waited for him to get home, and then when he did, she shot him in the junk with a spear gun.
I bet he won't be late again.
I bet you he'll make a good dinner.
A spear gun.
She speared him like a fish.
You hope that was just you hope there was other issues, and that didn't just set her off. Right?
You hope. I'm sure there were.
Wow.
Yeah, it sounds like this has been escalating.
It says here he needed 17 stitches there, but apparently he should be okay.
How's the relationship?
They're staying together.
Stop it.
No.
Get out of here.
She shot me in the junk with a spear gun, and I stayed with her.
Makeup or breakup? Yeah, that might be a breakup.
Wow. That's crazy.
He's insane.
They're both so crazy.
They're both insane, but he's crazier because you don't stay with that.
Why is he staying with
What
you
are
don't
you
stay
doing,
with that.
dude?
No.
Virginia's got to ask the question, what did he do?
Yeah.
He didn't make dinner.
Yeah. Oh, we had some crazy tourists here in South Florida. A guy from Wisconsin's now facing multiple charges after going all crazy at the Sandbar in Marco Island.
Uh-oh.
Police were checking on a complaint of a fight when a group of men came spilling out of the bar into the parking lot, and everybody's kung fu fighting. 2 officers run over to break up the fight. One guy kicked an officer in the leg and then intentionally spit blood onto another officer before addressing 4 officers individually and threatening to kill them and their families.
Wow, he really kicked it up a notch.
Yeah, the police were giving these guys a beat down too, and one of them got roughed up pretty good, but paramedics were so scared of the guy that they refused to take him to the hospital, and for good reason, because the police then tried to put him in the car and in the patrol car, and when they did, he bit an officer's arm while they're trying to buckle his seatbelt.
You can't do that.
No, you can't do that. So this Wisconsin guy's getting a slew of charges.
Why do you even put his seatbelt on him? Don't buckle him in and then make a lot of turns.
Oh, hit the brakes. Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
I got clogs on today.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Crocs. My foot got stuck.
Yep. Well, I don't know if you guys heard this crazy story of Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley and what happened with him. He got suspended for this upcoming season because he was using that very handy Seminole Hard Rock betting app that was out for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was betting on some football games, including his own Atlanta Falcons to win.
See what happens with those apps? They make it easy. You're chilling at your place. Boom, one button, bet done. You should be able to
They made it was so easy.
It was
easy. My son and I were having such a good time in the 3 weeks or whatever that thing was up and running.
Yeah, if Ken's got it where he's able to just hit a button to really bet.
Oh, man. I was getting away from us. It was getting away from us, and it definitely got away from Calvin Ridley. How much did he bet, and then how much is it going to cost him in salary? The numbers are staggering. I got for you next. I think it definitely needs to be stated in the whacked out news. We were talking about the Florida Highway Patrol officer that stopped that drunk driver from riding onto the Sunshine Skyway Bridge in St. Pete during the Skyway 10K. Who knows what the damage would have been done there? One FHP car you can see in the video tries to cut off the car, which is going at a high rate of speed. And then this Florida Highway Patrol officer actually uses their car to stop the vehicle. That trooper was a female, Tony Shuck, and thankfully she was released from the hospital later the same day after putting her life on the line.
Wow.
To stop that drunk driver.
Kind of thing that deserves a shuck.
Shuck, 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 shuck.
Wow, how about that? That's crazy. So, an amazing story, an amazing video that's out there you can see on social media today.
Shuck's a hero.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, just, again, what, law enforcement does on a daily basis to keep us all safe. And those little stories like that, you can't appreciate them enough.
Did you watch the video from her dash cam?
Yes.
Shuck's dash cam was on and got the whole head-on thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's intense.
It is.
Good for her. What a hero.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Shuck.
Mm-hmm. Another crazy story that is out there today. Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley got suspended for all of the 2022 season because he was placing bets on his team, the Atlanta Falcons, in November, and he was using that awesome Seminole Hard Rock gambling app that was open here for just a couple of weeks in South Florida. That's the one he was using.
Is it the same kind of thing in football as is for baseball? You can't bet on any of the teams and all that?
Yeah. The rules that they have, and I assume every player is probably given a rule book, which they promptly throw in the trash.
They do. They let you know you're not allowed to gamble.
It is on the books that says all NFL personnel are prohibited from placing, soliciting, or facilitating any bet, whether directly or indirectly through a third party on any NFL game, practice, or other event. Such disciplinary action may include, without limitation, severe penalties up to and including a fine, termination of employment, and or banishment from the NFL for life.
Ask Pete Rose how that went for him. Dang. They still won't hit his ass in the Hall of Fame.
So, Calvin Ridley was like, I place a $1,500 bet, and this is what I get.
But you're betting on your own team that you have. It's in the rules.
But you're betting to win.
That's what happened with Pete Rose. Pete Rose is betting to win.
Well, a lot of people are saying, come on, Ray Rice, if you ever saw that video of him whooping his girlfriend on that elevator, like he got 2 games or something like that. And
it's ridiculous. There's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes into the sports. It's a long debate where everyone, well, it's not in the rule book, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell told Calvin Ridley, your action put the integrity of the game at risk. And he was actually out at the time. He had taken some time off for mental health and was even reportedly being shopped around to other teams before this punishment was announced. So I don't know how it's going to affect his career, but he will at least not be playing at all this upcoming football season. And that $1,500 bet he made on the Seminole Hard Rock app is going to cost him $11 million in salary.
Damn.
That's what was lost.
That's what happens when you bet, Virginia. Sometimes you lose.
He lost big.
Yeah. So arguably you could say, and I wonder what happened with the bet. I mean, hopefully at least you won that.
Yeah, chuck on that extra $1,500.
Yeah. It's a drop in the bucket. But yeah, so I mean, wow, that's the most I think I've really ever heard on losing on a bet when you look at $11 million.
Yeah.
The other story, too, you talked about Drake's Fat Pad today in the dirt, Virginia.
Yes, he's selling it.
He also just dropped $275,000 on a UFC bet and lost that. So, I mean, he's just flying the cash out right and left.
Maybe that's why he has to sell his crib to pay for his debts.
Yeah, who knows?
Gambling.
Who knows? Some of these guys, they get a lot of money and they love to gamble. I've always heard the epic stories of Michael Jordan and his gambling escapades, how much he would gamble on everything, and maybe still does.
I have a gambler spirit, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I love to let it ride.
Yeah, but you have a DJ budget.
Yeah, but I just love to bet.
Okay.
I don't know. Something about gambling. Something to lose, something to gain. You want to chase that feeling,
it does make it more fun. And, honestly, arguably, the prevalence of the sports gambling that has happened all over the country. We still don't have it in Florida. They got some silly fights still going on, but it seems to be adding audience to NFL games and increasing people's interest because, even if you don't necessarily love the sport, just having something riding on it, people bet on anything and it makes it more exciting. So it seems to be helping the game. And it seems to continue to be growing from one state to the next. It may be years before we get it back here in Florida, but it's working other places. So we're asking on our Facebook page, what is the most you ever lost on a bet? March Madness is going to be coming up here real soon. And I remember my wife, Mexican Queen, tell me her brother would drop a significant amount of money on some games. It was the thing where you would buy a team and then you ride that team all the way through. So if they do really well, you start making your money back on the bet. But if they get knocked out early, you could be losing the money. And he was making these bets in Chicago. Chicago's a little bit of a rough town. I don't know if you know Virginia.
I've heard.
They would call my mother-in-law, these bookies, and they'd be like, hey, are you good for this if he doesn't do this? Because just want to let you know.
We're coming for you.
Your son will not look the same if he doesn't pay off this bet.
Damn.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I like the idea of just playing a game and there's something to lose. It doesn't have to be a great amount, but I do like when there's something on the line. For me personally, if we're playing a game of Risk or Monopoly, the loser's got to buy dinner. Just something even small like that makes it fun for me.
Yeah. I like giving up 5 push-ups, but, that's how I bet.
But to me, that's still fun. There's something to lose or gain there.
Some people, I think the more money that's on the line, the more excitement it creates for them, more anxiety, more thrill, more of a rush, and that's what gets crazy. And so we were asking, what is the most you ever lost on a bet? We had Chris who said $54,000.
I mean, Chris, what the hell?
Dang.
Joshua had said $100,000 on a bet. And listen to Bills. He lost $8,000 on the 2000 Super Bowl. If you remember that game, he lost because I think he put the money on the Titans, and they were stopped at the 1-yard line going in to win the game. And he said, that is the last time I ever wagered money on any sports game ever. Lost $8,000 on 1 yard.
Dang.
And that's how it all went down. All right, which is better? We just came off of National Cereal Day, so which one is better of the two, Trix or Lucky Charms? Bert, I know you love your sugary cereal.
Here's what I would do if we lived in a perfect world. I would take the Lucky Charms and marshmallows and put them in Twix or Trix, but that's just not.
Nobody said Twix.
Okay, I messed up a word. You guys mess up words all the time too. So kiss my ass. Yeah. I'll go with. I'm gonna go Lucky Charms barely because of the marshmallow factor.
Okay. What do you think, Virginia? Do you ever partake in any of these cereals, or have you?
I don't, but yeah, I do agree for the same reason Jay Bird said. The marshmallows are special.
Trix almost feels like they forgot to add a layer of sugar. It almost tastes good.
Okay.
You're like, oh, this
not
is good.
quite there. Not quite there.
It's not.
They need to add Twix to it.
They do.
That would be good.
More sugar.
I agree with that.
Okay, which is better, Fruity Pebbles or Fruit Loops?
Fruity Pebbles, not even close.
Really? Okay.
Not even close.
Really? Not even close, huh? Why is that?
Fruity Pebbles got more sugar, got more taste in it.
Oh, okay. Got a little more pop for your mouth?
Yeah, same issue. I like Fruit Loops, but it's the same kind of thing where you're eating and you go, oh, it could use just another note of sugar or oomph behind it.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Fruity Pebbles really has all those notes in there.
Okay. What do you think about between Captain Crunch and Frosted Flakes?
Oh, Captain Crunch all day long, but you're going to have to ice your mouth down. But still very, very good.
Captain Crunch or Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay.
Oof, I like that. I like that quick fire.
Okay, yeah. I just want to see if you're on your game.
He's just trying to get you worked up into a frenzy.
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Rocky Road or cookie dough? What's a better ice cream flavor?
For me personally, Rocky Road. But I know a lot of people don't like it because you get a lot of Rocky Road in your teeth.
Okay. What do you think, Virginia?
For me, it's going to be cookie dough because I don't like a chocolate ice cream base.
Yeah,
really?
Very stuck up when it comes to her
Yeah,
sweets.
I don't do chocolate ice cream bases.
You don't.
I do love a Rocky Road, but it is one of those ones where you're going to work. It's going to hurt a little bit if you're not on your game.
I prefer like a chunky monkey. That's the Ben and Jerry's version of a Rocky Road, but it's with a vanilla base.
Am I the only one that goes into the ice cream section and just I look at all the flavors and my brain breaks. I'm overwhelmed, and I end up just getting 5 different cookies and cream. I get the basic 5.
Those little mini Haagen-Dazs I saw the other day were BOGO. Buy one, get one free. So you can kind of go a little nutty.
Yeah, and then they get that one ice cream bar that's $9. They're the fancier chocolate
Oh,
bars.
the Magnum.
Yeah,
You're like, am I buying large condoms or am I buying ice cream? These are Magnums.
they're expensive.
Which is better, cookies and cream or butter pecan ice cream? What's the better option?
Butter pecan's kind of old people.
Yeah, it is. Cookies and cream's better.
Okay.
Oh, cookies and cream is better.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to be the old person, go butter pecan.
Damn, showing your age.
Well, that was a Granny Buell ice cream. I just grew up on it.
Aw.
That and they always fed me that and mint chocolate chip.
Ugh.
To me, cookies and cream is Mount Rushmore. That belongs on.
That's it.
Yeah, cookies and cream belongs
But I
on.
like it when the cookies are not pulverized. I want chunks of cookie.
I know what you mean by that. You want it more.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
Okay. What's better, a mudslide or a daiquiri?
Daiquiri, if you're trying to get turned. If I'm going daiquiri.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going daiquiri too, because if I have too many mudslides, it ain't good.
Yeah, just looking
Too
at a
much
mudslide.
dairy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to get my drink on. That's not good.
Mudslides are delicious. I think I go mudslide.
I feel like I need 9 mudslides to get where I need to go, and then to Virginia's point, it's.
I used to have 2 mudslides and I was doing all right.
Really?
Yeah.
You can make them strong, and
Yeah.
you should. You can make them with like vodka.
You get a floater in them and stuff like that too.
Kahlua.
Right?
Do we want to do a little mudslide Wednesday? It doesn't really ring off the. It's not the best title.
Mudslide Wednesday.
Which is better, tropical smoothie or Jamba Juice?
Tropical smoothie.
Okay. I don't think I know the difference.
I don't think I do either.
No.
What is the difference?
Tropical smoothie. They got some sandwiches. They got this flatbread peanut butter, and they put some granola oat thingies in there with honey. Ooh, just my game.
Okay.
Okay. Coffee or hot cocoa?
Cocoa.
Okay, Virginia.
Coffee.
Okay.
I actually like to mix coffee and cocoa
And Kahlua.
and Kahlua. He's right.
Get it all in there. Get it all in there. Which is better, a glass of wine or a donut?
Donut wine?
It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Again, if I'm trying to get turned, give me the wine. If I'm trying to get all fat and sassy, I want that donut.
Okay.
She don't know what she wants.
The best is to get, hopped up on some wine and get
Eat some donuts.
Okay. All right, you can do that. I'm going to go glass of wine, no doubt.
Me too.
Okay, we're talking about soups. Which is better, wonton or pho?
Gosh, that's tough because I do love the noodle. I love a wet noodle.
Okay.
But wontons are special if they're made right.
I know.
I think I have to give the edge to wonton, but it better be good.
Okay. Do you eat either of those soups, Jaybird?
The pho or foo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. What about chicken noodle or French onion? Which soup?
French onion.
French onion because that cheesy crust.
Just don't go on a date.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
It is great. It's not a great first date
Yeah.
thing. If you're going on a first date, don't
Yeah.
get no French onion.
Stay
go with
home if you're going to do your French onion.
Go with a tomato bisque, maybe.
Yeah.
Even that's chancy, by the way.
Hummus or guacamole? Which is better?
Hummus.
Ooh, I had some homemade hummus over the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
I'm going on record. Publix garlic hummus, their version of
Yeah.
it, is the best hummus on the planet. I love it.
It's probably the toughest one that I've had, and it could depend upon the day. It's a coin flip for me.
Totally.
But I don't know, man. Maybe I get more joy right now out of guacamole, but man, it's so close.
I need to make y'all my hummus pizza again. But
Okay.
next level. Kevin won't eat it.
No.
Virginia will act like she hates it just because that's her thing.
Yeah.
Bird's doing it. It's gonna be gross.
Yeah.
Even though I crush it.
Yeah. Okay.
We need to do our cooking show we've been talking about.
Mama, I'm ready to go.
Make your hummus pizza.
Yes.
Okay. Haven't you guys been talking about this show for about 8 years now?
It's your DeQuesta friend over here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm over here singing for my supper. I'm ready to do any kind of cooking show she wants to do.
What are you
Okay.
doing Saturday?
A cooking show with you.
All right.
Oh, finally, it's going to happen
Let's
after all these years?
Do it.
Okay.
It's gonna be awful.
It ain't going to happen.
I'm going to show up with a mean buzz.
That's how we'll probably end up doing it. It'll be terrible.
Yeah. Well, people already jumping on this. I just wanted to help you out because they're like going, hey, you didn't call my name at 9 o'clock. No, not yet. Not yet. KVJ is going to start doubling your paycheck on March 22nd. We don't end it on March 22nd. We start on March 22nd. But what we're doing is we're getting everybody signed up right now because we need your name first. So go to kvjshow.com and you can even get like a $1,000 bonus prize for signing up early. So jump on it right now.
Early?
Yeah, early, yeah. So go to
1,000?
kvjshow.com to get that. We're going to be doubling up the play times, too, when we do start playing on the 22nd. Now it's going to be every Tuesday and Thursday, every hour from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We just used to do select hours or skip an hour. Now it's going to be every hour from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. starting on the 22nd. So go to kvjshow.com to sign up for that right now because I want you to make some serious money. We're giving away a lot of cash, starting on the 22nd. So be a part of that with KVJ doubling your paycheck on the way back. On the way, we've got the KVJ After the Show podcast going to be coming up on YouTube. You can also get it anytime, if not live, but on demand on any podcast app you use, including the WRMF app. Before we get there, though, Jay-Bird, now's your chance to shine, my man. Wrap it all up with your thought for the day.
Thank you, Kevin. I got choked up there for a
That was
second.
kind of nice. You stepped on Kevin and choked at the same time.
Great combo.
Radio excellence.
Yes.
Okay, time to get positive. Don't be afraid to start over. This time you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience.
Okay, Bird.
Very good, Bird.
Yeah.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.